Fade in.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is the Friday pre-flight. We're 2 minutes into the stream. Let me tell you, it's been a week. I don't know what it is about holiday weeks. They do take a lot out of us. I think they take a lot out of me. I'm always busy making food or shopping or any of the other things that go along with it. But I'm always thankful. Always enjoy them. Always love them. Every single minute of them. Man, but a lot's been going on. We've got, a week's full of worth of videos behind us and another week coming up full of videos. We're going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 videos next week. You're going to have several polls. Hopefully you've turned on the bell icon up there for notifications so that you get notifications. That's a good thing. Let's see what else. Just lots of stuff coming up. I'm always amazed at the fact that a lot of people don't see things coming. I know a lot of you in the audience, you follow along, you're ahead of most. But it's amazing to me that the mainstream media is surprised by things, and we're going to get to that as part of the stories we're going to talk about today. But first, we're going to say hi to each and every one of you. And once again, I'm going to say I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving for those of you here in the United States, and for those of you abroad internationally, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving as well. Even if you don't celebrate it, we're thankful for you. We've got Scott Westbrook out there in the audience. There's Boosh. How's it going? What was brutal exactly? What happened? Were you guys watching Midnight's Edge in the morning? What's up, Kremlaw? Got Captain Fandom Nerd. Got Pino O'Shea's Helicopter Tours. Confusing notifications. Who's your producer? Well, it would be Mr. Gregory. So, yeah. Did something happen on Midnight's Edge in the morning? My assumption is maybe it did. I don't know. Somebody's going to have to tell me. We've got Dragon Master 360 said hello with the cool picture there. Hey, OC Dobbins is in the house. We've got Hammeroid Hertz saying good morning, friends. It's a beautiful, cool early morning. Now, how about that week? Hey, we're headed into we had a really interesting week, and we're headed into another one. Going to be some fun conversations, I think, video wise. And again, if you have your notifications turned on the channel, you're going to get to participate in some polling. I think a lot of you will find interesting, especially here in the United States. Even abroad, you're going to be interested because I believe you'll be able to contribute as well. Let's go into all of this. Let's see. Oh, Philip A. Demick is here. Good to see you, my friend. Olaf Fones is out there. Good to see you. I want to talk. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about what's going on inside Disney. It's going to be the first subject is Disney. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about the video that I put out there in the world. And I think it's starting to ring true across the board. And I think a lot of the early speculation as to what was happening wasn't necessarily inaccurate. It just wasn't the whole story. So hopefully we can talk about that if you guys have some thoughts. Let's see. We've got Dragon Master's got a new avatar. That's crazy. All right during the show. Hey, Who Knew is here. What's going on, Who Knew? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Awesome One is here. Somebody's going to have to fill me in on what Cameron's theory was, because I did not catch it, guys. I could not participate today. Hey, what's up, Humor and Waffles? Good to see you. Hey, Jacob Ironside is here. See who else is here. Hey, what's going on? Channel Surf, the best mustache on YouTube. We've got Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. That's right, my friend. I hope you're doing very well. I know I'll see a lot of you over on FNT in a little while, and later on FNF, Friday Night Frolics, and then, of course, all the other great shows that are on tonight. I am taking the night off. It's been a week. We got Small Time in the house. It's good to see you, my friend. So let's start here. All right, let's just dive in. I know that the audience is going to grow over time, as it always does. And again, I started a little earlier today than normal, but had to. Disney has really been screwing up. I don't even know how else to say it. I mean, it's been going on for a bit here and there. Absolutely. they've really kind of abandoned their core audience. One of the statements made early on during the change in management at the beginning of Chapek's tenure was, well, the first time he'd actually seized true power, which was in January. I mentioned this in the video that I did this week. So, like January 10th, he sent out a letter that was, leaked broadly, intentionally. It was kind of like a press release to everybody, talking about the three pillars, one of them being the guiding or the North Star for their company business, which is the audience, all of us. They were going to serve us all rather than just this tiny little sliver. That did not go over well. It really didn't. But a lot of the stuff that we are being delivered now, as is being properly told to you by many of the people that are in our sphere, is that all of the stuff that was weird, questionable, not reasonable, was greenlit under the previous guy, under Bob Iger. Iger is the one that launched the streaming and all of the things that came along with it. We wouldn't be where we are without what Iger was doing. It's just the case. Sorry, I didn't want to sneeze at you guys. And it just can't be argued. It just can't be argued that it's essentially Iger's issues. And you got a lot of stuff that's that's just incredibly agenda centric. Agenda. That's what it is. It's agenda. There, I crafted a new word. The recent film that or I should say series based on a film that I loved as a kid or a young person, and that would be Willow. Yeah, Willow's targeted at kids, but it ain't for kids. And if you're a parent that doesn't want to have uncomfortable conversations with your children, there's no way in heck you're going to let them watch that program. And again, did a video on that this week. I'm trying to stay up to date on all of this. And I'm trying to keep you up to date as well. Yeah, we know it is serious when there is a court order for Disney to open their books. Yes. Yeah. That's when the rats infecting the House of Mouse will hysterically desert the ship. I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble, Bamagrad. And you're 100% accurate here. And once again, my friend, your letter was so touching, and I do appreciate it. And I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for being here. You guys, you don't even know. You guys just absolutely, you touch me in just amazing ways. Not, you can make a joke out of that if you want, but you really do. It's very touching. And I appreciate you all. Yeah, Tatiana Maslany is definitely getting destroyed. But look, let's take a look at this. Let's just start here because we have a current example of the stuff that was greenlit under Iger that is destroying the company. And we're going to start, of course, with Strange World, which I've been talking about for some time. It's facing a rough box office run. This is from Jeremy Fooster going back to Tuesday, the day that it hit previews. This wasn't exactly unforeseen. You're going to get a lot of excuses from the mainstream press and the trades, like, the Wrap, which is where Fooster works. And it is it's going to be described as having not enough advertisement support, which I think is a lie. I think that if anything, I've seen a bunch of advertisement for this in various locations digitally. On my Roku, I'm getting advertisements for this, in theaters. I'm getting promoted tweets that have this thing in it. People who are saying that this isn't getting promotion they're just not paying attention, or they've blocked things that would, be delivered to them in that manner. But this thing was, it was destined for failure because of everything that's inside of it. Brian did a video today about the identitarian politics and the agenda that's in it and all of that. But it isn't. They're not targeting families anymore. This is supposed to be a 4-quadrant family holiday film, right? It's released in the best possible circumstance across an incredibly broad, here in the United States, weekend period. The preview started on Tuesday. It earned $800,000. It has a $135 million budget. They might not even crack 50 million in its run. It's going to be rough for this. In fact, you're looking at, films like Encanto, which didn't necessarily, break the bank in theaters. That was just a year ago, and it opened to 40.5 million. This thing's sitting at 5 million, 4.9 million right now, I think. That's not going to get the job done for Disney. So I have to say that I feel like this is going to be a very painful lesson for shareholders, for stockholders, not the institutional investors, because they're the ones pushing for stuff like this. This is going to punish retail investors, and in that particular thing. Again, you had Chapek out, Iger in at the beginning of the week. That ultimately hasn't changed very much. They got a small bump in the stock price. I don't believe it stuck around. We'll look that up in just a minute. But this particular film is going to crash. I can't anticipate this making more than The Good Dinosaur, which made 123 million in theaters. This could be another $150 million or more. Red ink, company defining collapse, fall, flop. You assign whatever verbiage you want to it. This could be more collapse for Disney. As is, I'm sorry, I still am on the same trajectory, although Wakanda Forever is performing a little better than I anticipated this holiday. I still don't see that thing hitting 800 plus million, which is kind of the threshold it needs to hit just to get anywhere close to going into the profit side of the category. I don't know. And it's not even just that. I mean, you have some critical acclaim for this from a few sources. It didn't do well at the international film festivals that it premiered at. The French, rejected, some maneuvering by Disney. The France requires that if you release something theatrically, it has to stay off of streaming for a year. I'm not sure that this. I'm not sure that this is going to. If that was kind of like a no, take your chances in theaters, whatever. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with this, but it wasn't well received in all of these film festivals. And well, let's take a look. I'm going to pull up a different screen. I want to take a look and show you as I kind of wandered through my thoughts, because I'm doing this, without any bullet points right now. But the cinema score for this particular film was very low. And again, this is also from the Wrap. Of course, this time it's Lucas Manfredi that's writing it, saying the Strange World cinema score might be the lowest ever for a Walt Disney animation studio film. Received a B rating. That's not good. And it really, it really doesn't inspire anybody. I guess there's some very interesting 3D graphical representations and colors and blobs. It's a blob film. Lots of blobs in it. But from the beginning of CinemaScore in 1991, Disney Animation has never had something this low. Home on the Range and Chicken Little scored A- from CinemaScore, to give you some perspective based on this tweet from Jonathan here. And when you center again, when you center, agenda as the selling point for your film, I don't think it's going to do very well. It just doesn't, and that's what's been happening across the board. Strange World's just one part of this problem, right? Remember how I was saying Lucasfilm is going to be dead next year? It will be. Star Wars is dead. Willow will be killed off on November 30th. Believe me. And anybody who's seen it, including obviously Alan and Chris over at Film Threat, have said essentially the same thing. It is Willow in name only. And again, I'm going to keep adding that. In name only is what we're getting now from anything coming out of the corporate world, in particular Disney, but also in politics. The politicians don't represent what the platforms of them traditionally were. You just tag on in name only, and you're right in there. But again, after Willow, Lucasfilm's last surviving IP will be Indy, which will be dead. You got nothing else. Not going to be good. Anyway, I should see what you guys are saying, because I got into quite a bit of stuff right off the bat. I'm not sure. I do want to get into the go woke, go broke conversation. But wait a minute. Floral will be missed. R.I.P. What do you mean, Floral? What happened to Floral? Why am I not keeping up with all this stuff? You would think that Floral would send me a message. That's very strange. No, it's Strange World has a featured teenage character that is attracted to the same sex. And that's again not really the problem, but it's key to the story, which is why they couldn't cut it out for all of the markets it's not appearing in. There's 20 markets this film isn't going to be in. 20. That's bad. I don't know. Ethnically diverse, but not threatening looking animation worlds. Wow. Yeah. Very strange familial makeup, but I won't talk about any of that. B. Baker. Yeah, that character in Strange Worlds looks like the guy in the WEF, and where it says you'll be happy and own nothing. Yeah. That's actually a good call. Thank you, B. Baker. Yeah. I see Katina here. Hi, Katina. Kenny Long says, good afternoon, Culture and Chat. I hope everybody had a Thanksgiving. Yeah, I did. Went to my friends, made stuffed celery to share, ate a great feast, and watched football. That sounds good, Kenny. You guys had a good day. I hope you did. Pinochet, I understand where you're coming from. They're going to be punished. And there are people who are going to be punished that had nothing to do with this, right? The people that are invested via their 401k that they have because they think that it's going to help with their retirement, despite its massive loss in value. I think some 401k funds have lost like 45% of value since the latest administration began. Woo! What's up, Fat Elvis? Good to see you. I know I've got some supers. I'll get right to them, guys. I'll get there. Yeah, people are screaming to find something to go to the theaters for. Yeah, this weekend. There's nothing. No, there isn't. You have a Glass Onion, which is the Netflix film that's only going to be there for a week. It's got a 7-day limited run. That thing's going to make about $12 million in the box office. Good for it, right? I'm not the audience for that. I'm not a big fan of Ruin Johnson, but it's out there. Strange World, nobody's going to go see. And I doubt anybody really wants to see Wakanda for a second time. And the people that might be going to it, are people who were like desperate to see something, not knowing what they were walking into or how long it was, which, my goodness, it's long. Hey, emotionally unstable amphibian. Thank you for the compliment, my friend. I appreciate that very much. Oh, I'm I'm kind of heartbroken. I know you guys know this, but I mean, my family and myself have been deeply invested in Disney for a long time. That kind of started to fall apart after the second Star Wars film. This wasn't good. Olaf Van Ness says it's going to do worse than Fuzz Lightyear. Yes, it is. This might be the worst performing Disney film of the last decade, maybe two decades. Let's see, what was Brother Bear? I don't even remember. I think that's one of the worst. Crazy. I'll pass on Deranged World. Yeah, Katina, I'm right there with you. I've not really been interested in watching just about any of the new movies. Yeah, I don't even care about them. I don't even care about Marvel anymore. That's saying something. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow, hello, my friend, for $5 says, happy TGIF culture. And to the boss, did you listen to Mead and Cameron Pasha's Disney sale to Apple Theory due to Disney FTX losses? Wild, man, wild. Okay. I didn't get to hear it because I was taking care of other things, because obviously yesterday was a day of being off. This is very unlikely to happen. I'm not sure if anybody, Andre probably would have been the person to speak up in that panel about this. I'm going to say it again. I said it last night on Comics Division's channel. Probably end up saying it unless this thing actually happens. I'm going to continue to say it, which is there's no way anybody lets this happen. Right now, they're putting the kibosh on Activision Blizzard coming together. They're going to unravel the 13-year-old deal for Live Nation's acquisition of Ticketmaster. I guarantee you legislation is coming to take care of that. They already put the kibosh on Simon & Schuster being sold to Bertelsmann's Penguin Random House. Right? There is no way the government, who does not like competition, or any government in the world, to be honest with you, because a lot of governments put the kibosh on this, will allow for Apple to acquire Disney. They would have to have so many divestitures. There we go. That's the word I was trying to say. That it would significantly harm the value of the company. And the holdings for Disney are more vast than anybody can possibly imagine. People really do, and I'm going to continue to say this also. People do really underestimate the real estate holdings that Disney has and how much of a real estate impact they have in the areas that they have it. It's amazing. But like I said, that's one of those things I keep my finger, my finger on the pulse of. So. But if they manage to shoehorn a trans character into Willow, that's the only thing that matters. I'm not really, B. Baker. I think what's going to be interesting is it's not the show again. This Willow show is about not Willow. It's about the two girls and their relationship in the show, in this really diverse cast. Yeah. Every flop, shareholders lose money. I encourage bleeding elites dry. 100%, Pinochet. 100%. Demand Disney stay the course. I demand they hire more activists like X-Twitter. Oh, boy. Got a big old helicopter going overhead. Probably to an accident. That's probably a medical helicopter. Don't usually get a lot of those. I encourage bleeding elites. Yeah, I'm 100% here, Pinochet, with you. I think Elon Musk is showing you the right way forward. I think Disney is suffering under the weight of the ideologues and activists that were brought in under Iger, who they just put back in power. Believe me, we'll get back there. Hey, Wakazashi's Tea House. Good to see you, my friend. Floral got shot for not subscribing to CultureCasino. Nah, that's fine. I think Floral subscribed to me. I actually owe Floral some work. I gotta get that done this weekend. Gonna be fun. Got a lot of things to get done this weekend. You're gonna get to hear me singing for real, not just for fun on a stream. New Bomb, what's up, man? If Hollywood wants to do gay storylines, they need to watch Yaoi. The Asians do it better. I wouldn't even have any idea, but I'll take your word for it, Randall. Da, 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 da. The little troll shot him. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. How do you think George Lucas feels about selling his legacy away? I think now, Clay. I think now I think he regrets it. I really do. Pinochet for $5 says, before the midterms, I asked if the SJW activist employees would let Chapek talk to Republicans without consequences. Didn't think they would fire him. Well, they did. Here's the thing, right? Let's dive even farther into that, right? And thank you again for the super chat. Do you think Chapek or Iger has a better chance of talking to the governor of Florida and fixing the issue with Reedy Creek? Reedy Creek, as it existed, will never come back. But there are crafting or trying to craft a new special district. Do you think Iger or Chapek would have been better for that conversation? Because guess what? DeSantis is not an idiot. DeSantis knows who put all that stuff in place. It wasn't Chapek. Chapek was just being forced to carry out some dumb talking points that destroyed the company. I mean, it really did. It's going to stripping away those tax advantages. Massive problem. Massive. What channel is this? Hey, Paulie, it's my channel. What channel is? Hey, guys, got to check out Latino Slant's channel. He's doing great stuff, incredible interviews. My gosh, the names he gets on there, the subjects he covers, he's amazing. Yeah, I say a lot of nice things about him. Then he's just mean to me. But we're good friends, so it's fine. I noticed I got put into a BlackRock Vanguard 401k by default and got out of their ASP. A lot of people don't know any of this stuff, Humor and Waffles. That's why, like I said, a lot of people get punished and they don't know it. I actually feel really bad I couldn't participate in today's Midnight's Edge in the morning stream because I think it would have been a good conversation, because I probably would have pushed back on some stuff based on what you guys are telling me. I didn't get to see any of it, so I'm taking your word for what was going on there. I'm hoping DC finally turned things around. The MCU isn't interested in writing shit. Nope. Now you're going to get more MCU films. Encanto was supposed to be a woke film, according to the right-wing YouTubers, but it was the biggest hit in Disney Plus. Not everything is woke culture. I didn't say anything about that in Encanto being overly woke. I don't even think I talked about that, Darcipio, but that's fine. A lot of people really like that film, and I know Paulie does. No way Disney gets bought by Apple. Yeah, I don't see it coming. I understand why people would think that, but I don't know how you would do it. Yeah. Hey, Victor Fontaine is here. Says, hey, Culture just came in over from Mead. Cool. Yeah, Pasha was connecting some dashed lines between FTF and Chapek being walked out. You know what? Wouldn't surprise me. Interestingly enough, I came across a video by somebody who's not on YouTube. Mouthy Buddha or something. Anyway, on a different platform. I'm just going to put it that way. Talking about some symbolism and imagery that is directly tied to the bad exploitation of people that are minors. Notice how I'm jumping around to talk about this. And it's quite fascinating. And you can actually see a lot of the emblems and symbols and stuff like that, and a lot of things, not just from Disney, but from Disney in a lot of their stuff, and a lot of hidden stories that involve people from Disney that maybe didn't do the best things for quite some period of time. The FTX thing, obviously, was essentially a money laundering scheme. to funnel money, just like Bankman-Fried's mother does with the PAC that she operates, which is another emergency funding mechanism for one particular political party. And don't be fooled. I mean, you're going to see donations to both sides of the aisle, but the question is, who were those donations to that were on the other side of the aisle, and are they actually just a uniparty member? Most politicians are now. It's them versus us. It is what it is. Hello, Rogue Attraction. Hey, I just want to say congratulations to you, my friend. If you didn't know, our friend here, the Rogue Attraction, well, has crossed the magic threshold and joins those of the moneyed. You will be able to see. You'll be able to see a stream by our friend here in the very near future. In fact, on Sunday, it'll be from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in celebration of that. So thanks for stopping by here, my friend. Disney is going through a rough time, says Darcipio. Yeah, they'll get their stuff together sooner or later. Remember, Apple was in the gutter for a while before it straightened itself out. Yeah, they brought back a visionary in bringing back jobs to recorrect their trajectory. Disney brought back an acquirer. It's not the same thing. The weatherman has no creative bones, and he's going to be putting the creatives back in charge of material. So we'll get more Strange World and more Willow and more similar. I don't see a lot of positive here, but it could happen. I mean, stranger things have happened. Hey, Sherry, good to see you, dear. Yeah, Disney doesn't have Steve Jobs. Nope. And they can't go out and acquire Pixar, which they, promptly disassembled and destroyed. All because, Mr. Lasseter likes to hug longer than a couple of people were comfortable with. And instead of telling him, they went and canceled him. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Josiah? Good to see you. Josiah Fitch. I think more likely Disney cash flow helps Disney's cash flows issues is Apple buying Pixar Plus. We'll see. Mucus film. Yeah. I don't think they want any of those things. I really don't. We'll have to see. Hey, Big Raj is here. Thanks for the big thumbs up, my friend. Appreciate that. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting through everything you had to say. Yeah, a few YouTube friends of ours dumped on Encanto, calling CRT very strange. Yeah, I don't think I said anything about it being overly woke. I mean, there's some theming in there. And it's not like what you're getting in Strange World. It's completely different, and it had good music. So like I said, I don't get out of any of those things. Yeah. The Chinese just sent, yeah, Chris Wu, formerly a K-pop group actor, the whole nines, a Chinese Canadian, in fact, to 13 years for the mistreatment of people and promotion of group activities that were, well, not exactly within the confines of the law. By the way, if you ever get accused of anything in China, just leave before they can charge you or put you in jail, because it never goes well. Even if you're innocent, they don't have the kind of liberty and justice that you're going to have in other countries. I mean, they just don't. Hey, chat, what's Culture's gaming channel called? It's called Culture Casino Gaming. Honestly, I'm that creative. Let's see who else is out there. Yeah. EXO was big K-pop. It's a shame. You also have the South Korean star of Squid Game, and I always forget his name, being indicted for bad behavior with another party. So No bueno. But look, this is the conversation that we continue to have. And you can get the same talking points from hundreds of different articles. I found one here. Go woke, go broke, layoffs coming to Disney as woke companies' earnings fall. It doesn't matter if Chapek is there. It doesn't matter if Iger's there. They're going to have to do something about their overstaffed situation in a lot of their corporate level stuff, not their theme parks. They really don't have they need people actually at their theme parks. They don't need a lot of the people that are inside of these studios with a lot of make work jobs. There's a lot of places they have to trim the budget. And of course, this particular article was written right after, right after the earnings were released and the stock had collapsed and everything. And again, it had a small bounce, but it's still under $100. And it's an artificial bounce. I'm going to continue to say it went from 91 to $99, still under 100. It's still well under its 52-week high, which is well under what it topped out at, when it started to bounce back. I mean, it is what it is. So, but they had a 40% loss on content spend alone related to Disney Plus. And those numbers are not accurate. As someone earlier brought up, the government wants their books. There's investigations mounted here. It's going to get much, much worse. So you're going to see, in addition to a hiring freeze in most of the area, which is also going to include more limitations on employee travel. I wonder if that means that if you accidentally got with child, they may not follow through on their threats to send you to another location if you're in a state that doesn't allow for certain actions. See me jumping around all these conversations without getting in trouble? So the Wall Street Journal report on the letter also noted that while potential number of layoffs was not indicated in Chapek's letter, the memo did note that the company's chief financial officer, who's still there, Christine McCarthy, also probably the person that helped lead the charge at the board to get rid of Chapek, will be working with the general counsel, Horacio Gutierrez, to review administrative spending at Disney. Read people. So I thought that'd be something fun to bring to the party. Anyway. Let's see who else is here. Thanks for subscribing, by the way, Hemorrhoid Hurts. I do appreciate it. I thought it was called Culture Falls Off Cliffs While Dodge Rolling from Enemies Channel. It is, actually. Oh, man. Yellow Flash really did punish me with that game, Dark Souls 3. Right? I mean, he did what he wanted to do, which is punish poor old Culture. Make me look silly. It was a good time, though. Yeah, that is not my game. I want to shoot things from long range and watch them fall over. That's what I want to do. Should pull a Prince move and use your initials for all your channels. The gaming channel should be formerly known as CC. There you go. I'm late for a very cultural date. Hi, folks. Thanks, Green Lion. The time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. Cameron Pasha put forth an interesting theory about Disney, FTX, and Apple today. I can believe that. There's a lot of money gone. They're trying to say, oh, we've recovered $800 million, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like going, there's billions of dollars that were gone, absconded, disappeared, Ukraine. That's going to get me in trouble. I got the bot. Ba-ba. Hey, what's up, Diesel? Good to see you. I'm going to have to go back and watch what Cameron said. He's a pretty thoughtful guy. Got a lot of decently informed opinions. So, someone even mentioned it as a super chat. Yeah, Culture called it off as improbable. He should watch Emmy's stream to hear his story. I will. I will. Hey, what's up, JT Gunn? Thanks for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I think I probably said that in the group chats we share, but I really do hope your Thanksgiving was good. And all of you, I said it earlier in the stream. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Check out JT Gunn, Late Night with Cap. Check out the channel and the work that is being done over there. Yeah. What's up, Toro? Culture Casino, No Juego de Azar. The Burning Sun scandal in Korea was a big one involving K-pop. Gosh, that's going back a ways, right? Buying millions of theater seats for Captain Marvel. Yeah, well, again, it's not illegal. I mean, it's basically thrown into the marketing budget, right? The problem is how disingenuous it is, honestly. What am I building next? Okay, so the couple of projects that I'm doing for the DIY channel. Sorry, we're going to get to another element and story here in a minute, but I'm going to be doing a lumber cart for storing all my extra lumber or the scraps, right? That I'm going to be putting in one of the garage bays in the shop area, garage bay, and then I've obviously got to. I'm doing the entire back patio wrap. I'm wrapping it like it's a greenhouse to give me a year-round temperature controlled porch space full of a food garden, and then I'm going to go and I'm actually going to from the ground up build some greenhouses and walk you through that. All different kinds. We're going to do aquaponic greenhouse. We're going to do a hydroponic greenhouse. We're going to do a soil greenhouse. So it'll be 3. We're going to build a pergola with a brick fire oven, pizza oven, and some other things. So just stuff that, I will enjoy building, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching and maybe try for yourself. So that's the plan. So whose neck is going to be on the chopping block at Disney? Well, they took out Chapek and his right-hand man, Kareem Daniel. I would imagine you're going to see some high-profile retirements here in the next year. I think you're going to see some slimming down in the ranks. Well, I guess we won't really know till it happens. As I hear things or see stuff, I will report it. That's kind of what I do. Small time Republic culture is Fred Astaire when it comes to avoiding saying YouTube no words. Yes, I try to be. You have to be. You can't say some of that stuff. They get mad. The artist formerly known as CC. There you go. Hey, Release the McCracken. Thanks for the memes, my friend. Haven't there always been murmurs of Disney book cooking? Yes. Well, it goes all the way back to Cuba, right? Kuda, Kuda, and the fact that she went through such a hard time. Her husband actually decided to self-delete during a struggle with the company after she was a whistleblower, calling everybody's attention to the fact that Disney was cooking the books when it came to financials. Most specifically, to the tune of tens to hundreds of millions of dollars, Disney was issuing gift cards as guest recovery, and the cards would be activated but not come off the books as an expense, but they would come in as revenue, despite no revenue being created. Can't do that. It's insane. It's insane. But and again, it's not the first time. They've been doing it for a couple decades now. Actually, Iger's tenure might have been one of the points at which a lot of shady accounting practices happen. And I think Christine McCarthy is kind of an architect for a lot of maybe not the greatest things in the world. We'll have to see at the end of her tenure exactly what is exposed. And now that they're going to have to, now that they're being subjected to some investigations beyond what they were already, we'll see. We'll see. So no one is talking about the riots in China affecting the global economy. We can. I mean, let's see. A couple days ago, during a 6 minute daily, I think it was yesterday even, on Thanksgiving, I covered the fact that there had been riots at a Foxconn iPhone assembly plant because of a pay dispute. Foxconn had to come out, and because that story went global, Foxconn had to come out and apologize for the misunderstanding in pay with its employees. You're starting to see pushbacks because of lockdowns, because of the virus of unknown origin. Starting to see that. You're starting to see a lot of pushbacks, and it's not just one country, right? It's not just the Middle Kingdom. It's a lot of countries now where you're seeing civil unrest because of authoritarian tyrannical activities. So that's probably the best way to go about touching on that without irritating anyone. Pot troponic house. No, I'm a food forest guy. I'm although every single thing that I will show you can be applied to lots of different plants. Maybe Yellow Flash should look over his shoulder for Elon Musk, as Flash has gone after Elon's girlfriend. I don't think it. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and that's very funny, but no, that Elon's not that. He's not a thin-skinned guy. Yeah, I think you're more like this, Rob Altus. I think you're going to see more woke fortification at Disney, and it's only going to hurt them. It honestly is. Politically, we've got a lot of weird stuff going on right now. And yeah, you can definitely see the riots over on the Rumble and Odyssey side of things. You're right. People only put up with so much. Do I cook my books, man? No. First of all, it's not worth the risk. As a small enterprise, individual corp, LLC, it's not worth any risk to do any of those things. You have a good accountant to make sure that you're not missing out on opportunities to not, overspend on your taxes. But yeah, there's no upside to that. Not that believe me, my YouTube enterprises have made me profit wise, none dollars. That's why, like I keep telling everybody, I'm like, your contributions, all of that stuff right now, it's not flowing directly into my pockets. It's been building up things, allowing for the expansion of portable studio materials. Pretty soon it's going to allow for like actual physical facilities and so on and so forth. And that's just how you build. You build by not spending money and putting your own money in. And that's just how you properly build a business. It wouldn't matter if it's YouTube or whatever. It's usually a person starting a business is taking the risk. If you have employees, the employees at the end of the day, if the company goes bankrupt or whatever, those employees, they may lose their job, but they're not liable for all the risks that were taken on by the person that started the business, which is why when people talk about other people, in a way to try to get them deplatformed from anywhere, that's basically, trying to make that person, ruined financially. So it's not like I said, there's only a handful of people I would try to remove from certain platforms for blatantly disgusting, illegal activities. Yeah. But no, that's why I think cancel culture, as it was being doled out on multiple platforms, is morally reprehensible and wrong. And I'm being messed with again, my throughput. So if you guys notice that we're having a unstable connection, I apologize. I'm not sure why that is. Once again, I have bulletproof internet, so it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Anyway. Pinochet's helicopters for $2 says Disney incorporated in CA or Florida. One out of Florida. Disney was trying to move to Florida for good reason, for good measure. Disney has a really complicated set of the situation when it comes to how different enterprises are and where different enterprises are incorporated. But again, the plan was, even prior to Iger leaving, was to try to get into a state that had, much more tax friendly nature. California is not that. Yeah. Selling apples on the corner. No, I'm not. I'm good. Financially, I'm fine. All I'm saying is the channel is not a moneymaker yet. But that's okay. And again, I mean, I don't like to talk about my income. I'm just giving you an example. I'm telling you how things are. When you're a small channel, it's all about building your channel, and the finances behind your channel are oftentimes just helping you build. Like, for example, I'm looking in, like, the monitor that I now have in front of me. It was made possible by all of you guys, and the camera and the portable studio equipment and all that. The reason I could do the studio show with the Spork and News podcast in the Boomer House, with Shags and all the great guests we had, was because of you guys. It's all because of you guys, honestly. Yeah, and you guys also pay for Grant to do editing, so yeah. My channel's under attack now. Not yet, but maybe. We'll see. I cooked a book once, but it was only because I was reading in the oven. Jeez, Diesel. Wow. Don't read in there, dude. It's hot. Hot in the oven. I don't know about that awesome one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. It's like, why would you come after me in my connection? I don't know. Doesn't matter. When your accountant's nickname is Three Fingers, you might be cooking the books. That's true, but I don't. Mine's actually pretty normal name. Culture Stream is under attack. Okay, well, just make sure you're subbed to me. Oh, guys, I just want to say thanks for supporting all the videos this week. Hopefully you're enjoying all the extra content, because 4 or 5 videos a day is a lot. I don't know how Quartering does like 10 or 15. I really don't know how Tim Pool does what he does. I get there someday. But boy, I read a lot. I think I'm well informed, but man, try to keep up with those guys. It's bananas. Brian Stay, what's up, buddy? I spend all my profits on hair care. No, but that's one thing I'm going to, when I launch the hair and body care stuff, I'm going to need you guys to help me with promotion. I really am. So we'll see how that goes. Disney will fire everyone, right amount for cause. That's right. Pinochet's helicopter tours. I think that's probably the most likely. It'll be an agenda fortification for all of the sycophants under Iger, and Disney won't get out from underneath the negative effects of that for quite some time. And again, who is Iger going to have in his succession plan? Normally, it's the head of Parks and Experiences, and that would be Josh Tomorrow. Well, Tomorrow hasn't exactly been, ringing the bell in a positive way for Disney, so it is what it is. And thank you, Darius Munchausen, for the super sticker. $1.49 is a box of popcorn, which I appreciate. The Quartering is getting jealous. No, the Quartering is busier than me. Clay says sometimes less is more. Yeah, I look, if I can't find a story to cover, and like I'm not trying to fill a quota or anything, but I did set a goal for myself that if I could find enough stories to do them, I would record them. So, yeah, the culturing, I wish. Yeah, talk to Ryan Cannell about the multiple video. Well, I do videos differently than a lot of those creators. I can do off the cuff, sit down and talk to the camera, comment on a particular article kind of thing. But if you've noticed, I've gotten away from that kind of coverage. I usually, take some talking points from a large number of articles and kind of just walk you through my thoughts on all of that in relation to that. I think that's a better form of content, but that's just my opinion. I still watch everybody. I watch Quartering, and I watch, Ryan and everybody that does that, and Yellow Flash did a video on A Strange World today and a couple other things, so that's good. Yeah, he does clip his streams a lot, but he also does some live segments during the day. I like I said, yeah, but you're right. I mean, read by nature, it's a good way to have content. It really is. Wait a minute. Somebody just gave me a tagline. There it is. Here we go. Thank you, Johnny Bowie. Johnny Bowie. Says, whatever you sell, the tagline has to include culturally appropriate. That's right. I tell you what, my hair is crazy curly the last couple of days. I've been trying to tamp it down. It's bizarre. I heard some good things about the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check it out. Boy, Tim Pool is a studio. He doesn't do everything. Oh, I know. Yeah, I wish I like I said, we'll get there, folks. Courtesy of all of you. Anyway, let's move on because like I said, I mean, Disney is a known quantity at this point. Honestly, it is. We already know what it's going to be. We already know what it's going to do, and we already kind of see where it's headed. And in my opinion, it's not headed anywhere good. So let's move on because we do have other things to talk about. You guys watch soccer, football? Football's the world's biggest sport. Can't be argued. Soccer, here in the States. Football is different in the States. But soccer is kind of interesting. It has an enormous audience globally. It has an event every 4 years called the World Cup. And it has oftentimes been a great unifier, especially in countries around the world, which maybe weren't exactly known for liberty and freedom. So it doesn't surprise anybody that you're getting narratives around this. Now, this particular image has been toned down from what it actually looked like in high resolution. I'm not sure why they did that. They've covered up or they've lightened skin tone on this picture across the board, and also try to muddle some of the imagery and the tattoos on some of these people. And I don't care about any of those things because tattoos are cool. They look great. I don't have any, probably never will, but that's an aesthetic thing for me. But what goes along with this, of course, is that this feeds into this agenda, this divisive agenda that puts everybody in like 27,000 boxes. But when you come to somebody else's country that has no allowance for that kind of activity, you go and you do this. This is a real life virtue signal. This team came out wearing shoes, warm-ups, et cetera, in promotion of a particular agenda. And that's fine. They could not participate wearing these armbands, wearing these shoes, wearing these things that promote something that is outlawed in this particular country, in Qatar. So they do this virtue signal photography. Now, all of this is, of course, being negatively covered globally and here in the United States. So viewership is up at Fox Sports, which has avoided any talk of scandals and human rights abuses at this year's World Cup, while broadcasters in Germany have been sharply critical of the host nation, Qatar, and have seen an audience slump. Well, that and didn't these guys just lose? Did they just lose? They did. Yeah. After they took this picture. And they got roasted for it on social media and elsewhere and in videos and stuff like that. And it's not really my area to care about this. I like soccer. I watch the World Cup, but I'll watch the Team USA, and occasionally I'll catch an MLS game here and there if I have time, or I happen to be at a place that's showing a game. But again, you have all this stuff, all this controversy. You have Fox Sports and Telemundo who are just going bananas with their coverage, just getting massive ratings. And you have the German television that just isn't. So the U.S. played on Monday, nearly 12 million viewers on Fox and Telemundo. They were a 1-1 tie, right? The average of 8.3 million watching on Fox across the broadcast and digital, 3.4 on the Spanish language service. Just killing it. Mexico versus Poland, 4.6 on Telemundo and Peacock. And Fox has been very careful to avoid any criticism of the host nation. They're honoring their culture. I thought that was important. Well, Fox has a sponsorship agreement with Qatar Airways and Visit Qatar Tourism. So that makes a lot of sense. Don't be critical. Honor their culture. But they're trying to say out loud that their sponsorship deals aren't influencing their coverage. There's no way. I mean, that's kind of a disingenuous claim by them. Wouldn't matter if it's Fox or whoever. I would not be in any network's best interest to shoot a hole in their foot over coverage, with all that stuff leaning in. So, when you look at what's happening there, I'm trying to find the point of the story that I wanted to highlight. Okay. The British appetite for the World Cup peaked at 8 million tuned into the BBC to watch England hammer Iran. Okay, so they watched that one. But they became very highly critical when the German team was defeated by Japan on Wednesday. It drew 9.2 million viewers, not up much from where the other matches were getting in Germany. And it was at a good early kickoff time at 2 p.m. in Germany. They're trying to say that also played a role. But the audience was a fraction of the 26 million that watched Germany's opening match in the 2018 World Cup. Very telling. So Germany's players covered their mouths in a silent protest against the governing body FIFA, which had been threatened to sanction players if they wore the colored One Love armband as part of a campaign to raise awareness around extra rights for people. So the FIFA claims the armband violates its ban on political symbols. It does. Sorry, you can't virtue signal here. So they got tore up because they lost. And to me, it makes no sense. I mean, it makes sense that they got tore up, obviously. A lot of the criticism was that they were focused too much on politics and not enough on the actual sporting event they were participating in. And your mileage will vary as if you agree with that. I happen to see the public becoming less and less interested in events that lean into this particular political stance. But anyway, I don't want to get into soccer talk, but the conversation around this is a big, broad one. So it's very interesting. Olaf Faunes says, did see an article that Budweiser. Where'd that go? Is that it? Hang on. There it is. Did see an article that Budweiser would donate all the beer they had prepared for the World Cup to the World Championship. I heard that was like 750 million worth of beer. That doesn't surprise me. Can't imagine not having beer at stadiums. It's very strange. Yeah. And, I think a lot of people would agree with Rob Altus here, being sick of activism in sports. What's the upside? Honestly, I mean, we saw you become, instead of becoming the professional that you could be, you become an activist as a professional, I guess, which is what happened to, that football dude that bent the knee and destroyed his career. Colin Kaepernick, I think. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Not sure which is more corrupt, the FIFA or the IOC. Oh no, they're both very corrupt organizations. But you only get awarded these things by bribing a bunch of people with a whole lot of money. and then building white elephants stadiums that don't really serve purpose after that. It's really bad. Yeah. Read by Nature saw a post showing that England fans who turned up dressed as crusaders, they were being banned from the stadium. Wow, I would love to see that. I'll have to go looking for that picture. Netherlands tied today. I thought they were winning. Did they not win? I thought it was 1-0. Here we go. Thank you, Soul Assassin. England, USA 0-0 at the moment. Tied at 0-0. Say it properly, I guess. Yeah. Qatar is no better than most Middle East locations. Yep, it's true. Wall of text is wall of text. Talking loud, saying nothing. That happens. We see a lot of that everywhere, to be honest with you. Constructive criticism, observation here, but it seems I can tell when you are unscripted. It seems you are stretching for time and you're self-censoring on the fly. Rumble-only videos went very soon. Very soon. Grant and I just need to work out pathing on some stuff. And we'll be having some Rumble-only content and Odyssey. I'm not... And believe it or not, I'm not really stretching for time. I have other stories I want to cover. I just thought this would be an interesting topic because... it does affect the entire globe. The World Cup's a big event, if that's what you're referring to. But, yeah. Kaepernick ran in it because he wasn't good enough. That's also true. It's 1-1. Wow. USA tied England. Final score 0-0. Did not know that, HM. Crazy. Hey, what's up, Positive Fandom? Greetings, sweetie. I hope you're doing well. Check out Positive Fandom's YouTube channel. Very good. Lots of positive coverage. Good news over there. Plus, she's awesome. Yeah. All these Wokosos, that's Polly's term, don't understand that Qatar does not care at all about their virtue signaling. No, they don't. What was really funny is, well, I don't even want to get into it. My whole point of bringing that up was just to say, if we're going to say that we're, honoring people's culture, they don't allow for that kind of stuff in their country. Also, if you want to say you're honoring culture, you're honoring the rules, whatever, FIFA doesn't allow for political garbage. So stop bringing it into these matches. It is what it is. What's up, Matt Vader? Good to see you. I am doing quite well. See me tomorrow morning. Indeed, I will be on the Salty Nerd podcast with Matt Vader, Matt Kadish, and who knows? Maybe there'll be more Matts there. Regardless, we'll be over there tomorrow. I think it'll be a good time. It'll be a lot of fun. I love that one. That's a great show. Salty Nerd Podcast, Saturday mornings. Good times. Hey, Inferior's here. What's up, Grim? The very lovely Mrs. Flu. How are you, dear? Hope your day was excellent. Sounded like it was. I really did. Got a lot to work on this weekend. We got a big push coming into a holiday here. So I have a feeling that Tox and I will be meeting, trying to get stuff together. Just got in. Hey, good to see you, the Red Ranger. Good to see you. Just finished USA England. Okay, so they finished 0-0. Good to know. Hey, what's going on, Tim? I'll honor at CultureCasino, but I'm not sure about honoring all the other cultures, BS. Hey, I'm just telling you. And it's one of those times when you can just call out the hypocrisy, right? Yeah, a draw still earns a point. I know in the standings, but still, I mean, how many draws do you want to play to? Not fun. Larry, and name. So nice you say it twice. Larry, what's up, friend? All right, let's jump on to another story. And this one's more fun to me because, well, it could change things. It could change things in our economy. Well, the creator economy. Anyway, because Elon wants to monetize Twitter for creators, which I think is kind of cool, to be honest with you. I like the idea that Elon Musk claims he'll pay Twitter video creators 10% more. Awesome. I also like the idea that I can now create lengthier videos and I can put them on Twitter. Also cool. I think that's another place that I could put some things that are somewhat censored, right? Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff that's very expose oriented on Twitter lately, and I'll take more money. I don't know about you guys, but would you like to watch some of my content over there? That'd be something that you might be interested in. You know, I'm $8 Culture Casino, so I've already got the ability to, start putting stuff over there. Should I? Good question. Twitter Casino. That's right. Read by nature. And I agree with you. Elon wants Twitter to compete with YouTube. I think he wants to surpass them, and I think he could. Could you imagine no undue restrictions on how you could speak about a subject? I would love that. I think it's valuable. I think we lose a lot of. We lose language, of course. We lose context. So the censorship that some of us have, the hoops we have to jump through, kind of remove context. It removes weight. I can't use specific words because it offends somebody. Not because it's an inaccurate description, but because it offends someone. Somebody try to make that make sense to me. You can't. There's very little explanation as to why you would operate your business that way. Worried about hurting someone's feelings. You're out in the real world, folks. Weren't we all taught sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? Mutant Bamhammer says, no Twitter exclusives. Start an OnlyFans. Look, I'm going to say this one more time. The only OnlyFans that I'm interested in putting together is one that's called Only Elbows. And I'm just going to show you pictures of my elbows that I lean on all day long whenever I'm sitting at a desk. That's it. That sound like fun? If people sign up for it, I'll do it. But that's crazy. This is nuts. Why would you do that? This article is the whole reason PayPal pushed the misinformation fine, because Elon wants free speech videos. That's right. He's also creating his own payment system. He's also likely to be involved in litigation with Apple and Google at some point in the future over the way they manipulate things with their app stores and charge a hidden 30% tax on everything that's put out there. And he's not wrong. Honestly, somebody tell me that he's wrong. He's not. And that's a problem. I wouldn't mind taking more money. Yeah, you still can't say the phrase from Game of Thrones. Why? It's a quote. Why can't you? That makes no sense. No man should fear to speak his mind freely. Elon Musk will take 10% less than YouTube. That's what he should have said, not pay. True. But he is going to be paying. I mean, the company will be paying. I like this idea. Really do. And you're right, Paul. Paul Bustle is right here. Censorship removes science. Yeah. Kind of. Well, which science? Science or Science TM? It's going to get me in trouble. The Hodgkin twins, what are they doing? Oh, they're doing a Friday white sale today. I love those. The Hodge twins are awesome. Guys, you should check them out. It's great. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't fast enough with the blue check sign up. Well, it'll be coming back next week. I wanted to be the first verified Star Trek hologram on Twitter. That would have been awesome. Indeed. Cavatanio, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. People can give you money on Twitter. Wow. there are limited services that can be used, such as Venmo. Yeah. And I think that's the other thing he's working on is his own financial processing. That'd be cool, huh? Plus the ability to get paid in crypto. That will make it even more adoptable. Yeah. Yeah. Only hair. Thanks, Philip. I tell you what, I actually earned comics division some money last night for brushing my hair. Right, like I'll brush my hair for super chats. I might start doing that. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like if the girls can grift, I'm trying to learn from the master grifter himself, right? Because Ricada, yeah, he was dressed up in the thigh shorts, pulling a Invader V, and that stream made him beloved. It was funny as hell too. You guys are great. Show us your elbows then. Fine. You should also get a standing desk. Yeah, I actually like standing. I actually did that on a few live streams not that long ago. As soon as I get a new stand for this monitor, I'm gonna be able to raise it up and down too, and I think that'll make that a little easier. Right now, I'm fine sitting behind my turn of this, or mid-century, I should say, classic that I got from my grandfather. That's the desk I sit at now. It's this massive wooden desk. It's beautiful. Tim's here. Hey, Tim. Tim's talk. Yeah, to be able to pay anything with Twitter, that would be amazing, right? People tried and got banned. I'm going to have to check that out. Reddit is full of people who will tell you Elon is wrong and that he's crashing the ship of Twitter. I think they're dumb, though. I think they're dumb, too. He's winning. Consider this. Twitter has not gone crashing down like the narrative was around it, right? Oh, no, Twitter's going to die. And nobody believed them. Well, except for CBS News. And then they got destroyed. It's not working, right? The negative garbage isn't working. People are like not believing it anymore. Anyway, there's Tim Talk. Check out Tim. Tim's got good content everywhere. I don't know what place he's not. TikTok, whatever, Twitter, the tube. He's everywhere. Long form content like video podcasts, etc. They need to redesign the profile page. They need to work on some of the back end. I think he's already doing that, but he hired that one guy, brought him in for a 12-day internship. I covered that the other day in one of my videos. Hotz, right? George Hotz, the hacker, brought him in, and I guess he fixed the search thing already. Like he was on like a 12-day internship or something. Bonkers. Culture will cover the 70s Schoolhouse Rock classic, Elbow Room. Elbow room, elbow room. Got to get you some elbow room. That's right. I like Schoolhouse Rock. It was pretty awesome. Latino Slants OnlyFans would be similar to CultureCasino's Elbow channel. It would be called El Bro. 5 videos a day. Good gravy. Yes, that's right, Mr. Grant Gregory. Good to see you, brother. This is the guy right here. He makes me look good and sound good. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Nah. That's right. If you cannot question science, it's theology. 'Tis true. Culture Casino. Elon took "You Are the Product" and gave it back to the creators, and wants them to monetize. Yes, 100%. That's probably the clearest way to say it. Once again, incredibly astute, well-spoken. Thank you, Pinochet's helicopter tours. Only bears. Oh, do you see? I can't really cover it here. Tim did a good job covering it, but Chunk was ridiculous, man. Going after Tim and calling, one side of the aisle particularly exploitative of minors in the worst possible sense. And he's just completely unhinged, out of control, dude. Only beards. That sounds good too. Although we're getting back there, folks. I'm going to try to get down to, a respectable Christmas length very soon. Out to the horizon for hours. Amazing. That's good news. Wheat's going to be a tough commodity globally for a while. So that is absolutely good news. Isn't there a crypto payment system already built into Twitter? I'm unfamiliar with it. I have not turned on super follows or any of that stuff. I wouldn't know what to give you guys, to be honest with you. I mean, it would just be like rambling while I'm driving place to place. And I'm going to do some shorts like that anyway. So I'll work with Grant. Yeah, Twitter is much more fun now, Diesel. You're 100% right. SpaceX engineers are looking at the code. That's true. And Elon's going to show some transparency in how Twitter was being operated under particular direction and from who. It's gonna tear the wings off of some of this stuff. Love that. Have to take off for social obligations. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it, Mutant Bam Hammer. I hope you're doing well. We've got our buddy Mephisto hanging out for a minute here. I think I already said hi to Tim. Hi, Tim. If you cannot question science, then it becomes another episode of The View. Oh, Master Sidearms is beautiful. Yeah, that Cenk Uygur guy from the Three Socialist Club thing that he had with the Young Turks. That's what it was called. Yeah. Question everything. Think critically. Respect others. Be kind. Is that really so hard? No. No, Mrs. Flew, and you are the personification of that. And an incredibly lovely lady. Yeah, culture clause. That's right. Yeah, I'm having trouble here. I don't know what's going on. I'm under attack. I'm being suppressed. Eventually open source Twitter on GitHub. That may actually happen, Larry. Yeah. I would love to do a Claus stream. I think I still have access to a Santa Claus outfit. Yeah, that was not good, Paul. Yeah, it wasn't a good moment. That was 2013. There's a lot of weird stuff that started happening in 2013. I'm trying to think back what administration was in charge of things back then. Yeah, that's right. Quartering so attack. So he's so jealous of the attack on my channel. That's right. Hey, Lord Thoth. All right, let's do one last thing related to Elon because I got another story. For those of you who are mods here, and for Gary, that would be Eric K, my friend, and many others, Lord Thoth, please tell me how close we are to the shoe, the really big shoe. I'm shuddering. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know why. Why? Tell him that it's human nature. Why? 20 minutes. All right, thanks. Yeah, we're not going to go that much longer, but I do want to share this one because I liked it. Like I said, Fridays are always about talking with you guys and the subjects that we're interested in and some of the stuff that I didn't get a chance to cover in depth, like this thing. Elon Musk says he's going to provide amnesty to some suspended accounts. Well, it's pretty much everything at this point, by all reports, with the exception of a select few, some of which are not even fighting to have their account returned, and one of those being Alex. I think that's interesting. Let's see. Anyway, it says here that Elon said on Thursday that Twitter will provide a general amnesty for suspended accounts starting next week after running a poll, an overwhelmingly large poll. So it said specifically running a poll on whether to do so for users who had not broken the law or engaged in egregious spam. I don't know anybody that did egregious spam. I do know there were a lot of people that were banned because they didn't break the law. In a poll Musk posted on Twitter on Wednesday, 72.4%. That's a very important number, folks. 72% of more than 3.16 million. Can't say that's a small sample size. Bring him back. Once again, he says, the people have spoken. And he used, I believe, the same Latin he did before, the Latin phrase. But he says the amnesty begins next week. So there you go. Here we are. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. Last week, the richest person reinstated some previously suspended accounts, including the former president, satirical website Babylon Bee, which was awesome, and the incredibly untalented Z-list actor, Kathy Griffin. I guess, or comedian. I don't know what she is. She's like, doormat. Yeah, so he tweeted in October that Twitter would form a content moderation council with widely diverse viewpoints and said that no major content decisions or account reinstatements would happen before the council convened. But of course, those folks that were going to be included in this project broke their word, which is not included here, I don't think. Let's keep reading. Change and chaos. Change and chaos? Have marked the billionaire's first few weeks. He fired top managers, including former chief executive Parag Agrawal. Surprising no one. God, this is Reuters, folks. This is an authoritative source. Everything about the way they report things is framed narratively. It's completely corrupt. They lack facts and information because of how things are phrased, not because the facts may not exist within the story. It's how they're covered. Framing. It was announced that senior officials in charge of scrutiny and privacy had quit, so they knew they were going to be scrutinized for their practices and elected to leave. So that drew scrutiny from the Trade Commission, and who's going to protect consumers from Twitter is tasked with protecting consumers, and which said Twitter was with deep concern. And so they're going to look at it. Good. Try and tell us free speech is a deep concern. Please. And then hopefully Elon shows us every single time government colluded with these tech platforms, which we already know was happening extensively, in particular from the DHS. Anyway, so earlier Thursday, he tweeted that users might notice a small, sometimes major improvements in the platform speed, which would be significant in countries far away from the United States. So there you go. Doing nothing but working hard to improve his platform and being attacked for it, which is garbage. Let's see what you guys have to say. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Eric K., for the gift of 5 Culture Casino memberships. And for those of you who just had your name go green, thanks for joining the membership. And thank you, Eric K., for making it happen. So we added Keck44, Lisa, Albert Zulke, Daddy 2foot to the ranks of member. Cool beans. Happy holidays, Jerry Mendoza. Theme park casual. Ram bam. Is Elon going to allow low-level hate speech on Twitter? After all, hate speech is protected by the First Amendment. See, this is an interesting thing. Define hate speech. Hate speech oftentimes just ends up being, I don't like that speech. If you're not calling for violence against somebody, I don't like, I'm trying to think of something I don't like. I was going to use food examples, but there's not a lot of food I don't like. Okay. I don't like pineapple on pizza. Is that hate speech? No. Do people disagree with me? Sure. Are they offended by that? Possibly. Is that hate speech? What if I said I'm not fond of a bunch of the practices of a particular religion, like Scientology? Is that hate speech? Did I offend people? There's a real problem with that. There's a terrible problem with that. It's vague, and it's vague for a reason. It's so we can have people do things for disingenuous reasons. There are certain words that I think are reprehensible, that I think should never be used. Some of them are referred to as gamer words. And I don't care who's saying them. That's a pretty strong take, right? Is that hate speech though? Just because I don't like something? What if I said that, or someone said that they didn't believe people who identified as a tree? Is that hate speech? Kind of interesting, right? And that's why anytime you have vagaries like that, it's a problem. The First Amendment protects all speech, and rightfully it should. The problem is that, you know, there's certain speech that people use that immediately turn me off. I no longer care about anything else that they'll ever have to say. That's an individual choice on my part. If I'm offended, or I choose to be offended, I can't censor them outside of just ignoring them. Pretty easy to tune out, right? I think so. I think it's important for us to teach young people that it's okay to turn off things they don't speak to you, that are offensive to you, don't fall within your moral makeup. I think that's okay. Right? I think I missed two comments according to some in the chat. I don't see them. If they were, what do you call them? Member chats, that's possible. They do not show up on the StreamYard side of things. I'll have to go and look at the back end for YouTube, which I'll do. Oh, yeah. By the way, Dankula is the guest on FNT. Forgot to mention that. Will you have up another stream later as last week? Yeah, we're gonna have a Sunday late night culture Sunday stream, and I'm going to do my level best tomorrow to have a member stream. So just be aware. And thank you, Wrenches, for what you've been working on. You guys are amazing. And I think this is right, Larry. I think the non-engineers in the company were kicked to the curb, or they just self-removed themselves. Let's just be clear. You know, amnesty should be for everyone unless charged with a crime or blatantly violating TOS. Yeah. Well, in the minute somebody does violate TOS, they get removed. I mean, that's why Kathy Griffin got removed for a bit. So, my mother spoke Latin fluently, and we discussed the language at length as a child. My favorite is Tears of Things, the story behind it. Yeah. I missed two of your comments, Jerry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could recall them, my friend. I will look for them. But I am very grateful that you're here. I really am. Hang on, I got a cough. Goodness gracious, that was rough. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says Vox Populi, Vox Dei. People's voice is God's voice. Yeah, the voice of the people is the voice of God. Goodness, my allergies are terrible. Yeah, see, this is the other problem. I mean, it's hard to do that. Yeah, see, that's always the conversation here. Like there are things I would never say, ever. You know, I will defend anybody's right to be wrong about things. Freedom of speech also gives you the opportunity to be well informed about someone's ignorance. Right? Curtis! Hope you're doing good, buddy. Thinking about you. Hate speech is speech. No such thing as, speech is speech. No such thing as hate speech. That's right. People forget how to ignore, block, and mute. I don't need to, right? There's only some people I block, and those are the people that are, the gotchas out there. People like Taylor Lorenz. I have no interest in being caught up in one of her hit pieces, either directly or as a collateral member of her chaos, right? So, Jerry, I'm sorry if I missed something, my friend. I promise you I'll be looking for it. Matt Fader, I hate you for hating pineapple on pizza. Well, sorry about that, buddy. Thank you. Pineapple on pizza. But you understand. Joe Cola. Unsubbed, unfollowed, and reported. You guys, I love you all so much. But you do understand that, right? Hey, Ethan. Good to see you, my friend. Ethan Snyder's here. The cool avatar. Absolutely not. I love pineapple. Please respect for others. Have your opinions. Be kind. Again, it isn't hard. No, it's not. It's not hate speech. Yeah, always going to push back on that. Always. My feelings. What's up, Jordy? Thanks for being here. Yeah, the morning show went long. You guys were crushing it. And thank you for the support, Jordy, and everything that you do for everybody. What an amazing wrench. The channel's growing. Oh, by the way, go check out Grant's channel, Mr. Grant Gregory. I think he's just about to cross or recross monetization again after having his channel deleted. So if you guys could just give him a little bump, that'd be beautiful. I'd appreciate it. Did a great interview with No Green Rocks. So loved it. Yeah, a lot of people still believe that this is illegal. I wouldn't do it. I don't think anybody should. Because this is where the breaking point is for free speech. When you collect legal consequences for it, which you would in this situation if somebody got injured. Yeah, dislike speech. That's what it should be called. I dislike speech. Okay. Don't listen to it. Yeah, the only censoring that should happen is to self-censor. And again, I mean, there's certain things I will never say. I think people have lines within themselves, right? You're the most level-headed, logical dude on YouTube. Well, thank you, Diesel. I appreciate that. I love your streams. You should have 1 million followers, brother. I wish that were true. Maybe someday, and maybe we'll get there. It's because of you guys. I mean, I've been growing like a weed between what you guys helped me do. It's you. It's all of you. And Grant and everybody that's in my corner, including the boss, who, is a significant force behind what I do. In fact, you're going to see more of the boss here in the future. We're going to do some Switch gaming. We're going to be hanging out with Mrs. Flu and maybe Tox. That'll be a good time. We get all 4 of us together. It'll be a good time. I'm really stoked. I really, really am. You guys are you guys make it happen. Honestly, when you share, when you comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff, it's fantastic. It really does help. It really does. Sorry, I'm trying to play catch up. Crimlon is one of the new members here. Thanks, Crimlon. Pinochet, thanks for the $2, my friend. Says Brandenburg versus Ohio describes First Amendment speech limits. Yeah. Oh, you said happy holidays. All right. Well, happy holidays, my friend, and happy Thanksgiving to you. I wonder how long he'll notice me. No, I always notice you, brother. I'm sorry. I just didn't. There's a lot going on. I was covering a lot of stuff. We got limited time, and you guys are incredible. Let's see. Ah, Tina's here. What's up, Tina? Good to see you. Yeah. Taylor. Taylor Lorenz is a crybaby. Yeah. Yeah, Eric K says for $5, we'll get there, buddy. Yeah, we'll get there. Radioactive, what's going on? No, you guys are fine. If you were enjoying Midnight's Edge in the morning, thank you for stopping by. Do watch the stream later. We covered some fun subjects in the last 10, 15 minutes now. Have been great and good conversation. Darth Scipio always causes a good conversation. You know, yeah, you guys are amazing. I haven't done much, but I will do as much as I can, my friend. I really do. I can do everything that I can do. I will do for everybody. It's just the way I am. Yeah. Let's see. You actually got his channel back, Diesel. So do check that out. Get him back to where it needs to be. So responsibility is necessary for freedom. That's right. And that's the only way we can survive, folks, is personal responsibility. That's how this country goes. That's how we grow. That's how we have been a dominant cultural force on this planet, which is slowly being destroyed by individuals on purpose. On purpose. For $5, Eric K says, culture does not realize I give away subs every day to give him more work. I know you do, brother, and I appreciate it. And I love you for it. I miss you, man. We're going to have to hang out. We're going to have to head for California and just do like a weekend or something. Let's see. Eric, culture is broke and selling roadside apples. So not true. But my channel's under attack, or at least this stream was. Well, not really. Just had very, very unstable connection today, which is weird. I don't have that problem. CultureCasino, some might say that identifying as a tree is a deeply rooted belief. Yeah, true story. What is the Google definition for hate speech? I don't care. And as far as I'm concerned, a tech company is not a moral authority. In fact, it's almost always completely antithetical to morals. But just my opinion. It's an opinion. Eternal Vigilance says, hail, CultureCasino, listening to you in the background while I work. You have a great take on things. Always enjoyable. Thank you, Eternal Vigilance. And I appreciate your support. I know a lot of you sit and don't say anything, and I appreciate that. Engagement in my chats really does drive my channel. It really does. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys are all here for the late night culture stream on Sunday. Probably a gaming stream tomorrow, and I'm really going to work hard to have a member stream. And I want all of you to be there. I think we have less than 30 seconds left before we got to wrap it. So you guys are incredible. I love you all in the weirdest possible way. I think we'll be better off at the end of all of this with Elon, accomplishing the goals that he's set out to do. And when he turns the reins over to whoever the CEO is going to be running this company, I think it'll be better off. I also know that but I suspect that if he has any designs on taking the company back private, he would go about it in the best possible way, in a more thoughtful way than Jack did and his group of miscreants. Anyway. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate being here for the stream. We're going to be hanging out with Lorena Creel on Sunday, right before my late night culture, and I'm going to try to pop in over at the weekly wrap up on Tom's channel before I start that late night culture stream. So do catch that, folks. You guys you're my everything. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene.
Fade in.
And until next time, bye.
Be seated at this time. We're landing in about 1 minute. Thank you.
Fade in.